Grab your popcorn, rip that ticket, get in that seat, lickety splicket. Go watch a movie!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Go Watch a Movie, episode 134. I'm Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
What a glorious day it is here. Sun shining, birds chirping, etc., today, but we're going dark. So it's a little odd that I even bring that up because we're covering The Wretched. And boy, is it something. I'm not going to say what until later. But before we get into that, a little bit of entertainment news. First and foremost, Taika Waititi. Pretty sure I got that right because I tried my hardest to learn how to pronounce his name. Jojo Rabbit director and, of course, Thor Ragnarok director, is now going to be helming, co-writing, and directing a Star Wars movie. I'm excited because he flipped Thor on his head, and I can't wait to see what he does with a Star Wars movie. What do you think, man?
It makes me wonder if he's gonna if he takes the same approach, will that make the fans a little upset because they're expecting a certain type of movie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because Star Wars saga, the Skywalker saga is done. So it'll be very interesting to see what, where they go from here. And with him at the lead, I mean, look at Jojo Rabbit, who knows what the heck he's going to do. He's a very comedic soul, which is the Star Wars movies have comedy sprinkled in them. But it'll be
not that much though. It almost worries me because I'm thinking, is he gonna turn this into a comedy bit? Like there's gonna be all these jokes in it, or is he gonna be able to balance it so that it doesn't really seem like it's supposed to be funny, but it's supposed to be serious?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You have me worried.
I'm on the fence about this one. I do think the guys. I mean, I do feel like this person's super talented. However, yes. I'm just worried that. They could take it in their own direction.
We'll see. And they're saying it's going to be female centric, so we'll see how that goes as well. The last saga was as well, mostly, or the third part of it at least, anyway. So that's no real. I'm talking myself into a hole. Moving on here. You know how we love John Wick on this podcast? Well, one of the spinoffs, we know we're getting a Continental spinoff, but now also a ballerina spinoff is coming out. Going to be based on, remember the Russian Connect he went to get his token in this last one, and how there was a ballerina on the stage, based on one of those girls having her own Wick-like interactions with that wonderful world they've created.
So Black Widow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That thought hadn't crossed my mind.
Yeah. And then they come out with a movie right before. I know Black Widow has been around for a long time, but then they come back with a movie that was similar to Black Widow's story. I think it was called Sparrow or something like that. I never did see it. So
with Jennifer.
I can't remember who's in it. I didn't see it, so I don't know if it's exactly like the Black Widow story, but it just seemed like it from the trailer.
It's Mystique. I can't think of her name.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But it is kind of the Black Widow story. But it's as much as I know about the Black Widow story, it's a bit harsher. They use, well, I guess that's the definition of Black Widow. They kind of use sexuality to get what they want, but they also have the kick-ass spy tendencies behind them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was kind of that. But there's also, I don't know, because I want to believe that it would be, with the John Wick universe being what it is, that this would be different as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's why I want to believe that.
I think Yeah, I guess. I'm still going to think, I'm pretty sure I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to be like, okay, it's okay, but John Wick is better. I'm always just going to gravitate back to John Wick, so. But it's cool that all these spin-offs are happening.
Yes. Okay. I love that world and want to be in that world as much as freaking possible, so it is very cool. Moving right along here, it's been a while since we talked about this gentleman, but he can't stay away. He has to be in the news because Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage. Have you got around to watching the Tiger King at all?
I have not. I have not.
That's a good thing, probably.
Have you watched it?
I have.
Okay. Are you recommending it? Are you saying I should jump off here and just get on there, tackle it?
As popular as it is because of all the memes and all the crap, it is interesting. I will give you that. The fact that this man has a tiger farm somewhere in the middle of Oklahoma is quite interesting. And there's this like big three-way feud of this guy who thinks he's king shit and this Carol Baskins, who he believed killed her husband. She has a tiger farm, or hers is not a tiger farm. Hers is like a rescue. But at the same time, it's meh.
Okay.
It's a documentary based on his life, and because he ends up in jail. Spoiler alert! But it literally starts that way. And like the biggest draw I took from it is that you can buy a tiger for $2,000.
It was going to happen. But this is where my mind goes. This is what's going to happen. This is where my mind goes. Like, there's going to be like, the world's going to go post-apocalyptic or whatever. Man's going to die off. There's going to be a bunch of tigers in Wyoming just wandering around. They're going to like take over the state. And then like the future civilizations that come up are going to be like, how did all these tigers get here? And it's going to be because of the Tiger King.
Luckily, someone did buy the zoo that he owned, and they moved them all over the place, and some of them were saved, et cetera, et cetera. But Nicolas Cage will now be starring in a television show as the Tiger King. It has gotten to that level.
Okay. I did, it's Nicolas Cage, and I did like that movie. We watched it, reviewed it. I can't remember the name of it. That Army of One thing, when he was going after who was the guy?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Army of One. That's what it's called.
And I gotta tell you, even though that was ridiculous, and so much about it was just, just a joke in so many ways, I still look back fondly at it. Like, I enjoyed watching it, so I would probably watch and enjoy the show. I don't know. I might be putting my foot in my mouth.
I will say this. The Tiger King is one hell of a character. So Cage has a lot of room to cage.
Yes.
And based on this, actually, I'm gonna take back my past remarks and say, based on the fact that Cage is going to be playing them, you should watch it. Just to know the source material.
Okay.
And when you do, we'll come back and we'll revisit it on a future episode. I wanna hear your opinions on that documentary.
All right. I'm gonna give it a try.
Good luck, my friend. And there's a lot of news today. Lastly, Pirates of the Caribbean. The reboot is seemingly the thing that's going to happen now, as much as it pains me, because if you watch or listen to future past episodes of this podcast, then I truly, truly love Pirates of the Caribbean, with all its flaws and all. But the reboot is going to happen, and they're eyeing a new female lead. And the female lead they're eyeing is Karen Gillan, aka Amy Pond, Roundhouse, whatever her name is in Jumanji. Gamora, or not Gamora, Nebula, They're aiming for her, and so I can't be mad because I love her in everything that I've seen her in. But Captain Jack Sparrow, savvy. What do you think, man?
I like Amy Pond. I'm not upset about that decision. I don't see why not. It's Amy Pond. I'm sorry, it's Amy Pond.
I understand.
And I'm right. I'm in the same boat as you are with liking everything she does. I haven't seen a thing that she's done. I haven't seen everything she's done, so I can't say everything she's done has been great. But everything I've seen her in, I've loved her in. So yeah.
When you're right, you're right. I mean, it's just sad.
Why would you want to deny her chance in the sunlight?
I don't. And I don't know if she'd do great because, like you said, she does great in everything. And right now, this is very early leaks. It's all in talks, so things could change. They may not reboot it at all, but that is the scuttlebutt, as they used to say back in some lost era, currently. But that'll bring us to let's discuss the showbiz. Trolls are wreaking havoc. So the release of the Troll on VOD caused an uproar because of how well it did. Well, it turns out that may have been an exaggeration because as it is, and apparently actors who do animated movies, certain actors, not all of them, the big ones, in this instance, Justin Timberlake, and his female lead in there, which I don't have pulled up, but they apparently, if you do a animated movie and a movie reaches a certain point in a box office, you get a bonus, pay bonus. And apparently they were not told that the movie was being released on VOD. And yeah, so they are wanting that pay bonus and are a little upset that they're not getting it. What do you think, man?
I would be too. I'm surprised they didn't know how it was going to be released, but I guess they don't tell them everything, huh? And now to find out that's another way that they can cut, they could save money for themselves by cutting out people's bonuses. That's almost underhanded and kind of shady in a way.
I agree 100%. And apparently, even though the movie's doing gangbusters on VOD, it's still in the red because of certain expenses, and it looks like they might lose up to $350 million based on this. But still, I guess it's made its money back. But as far as what they would have made if it did the theaters first, then VOD, nowhere near what it is just going to be. And I don't know, as an actor, I would be, and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for that big Trolls paycheck, singing my ass off. I don't know the songs, but yeah.
I don't know if that's one of them. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna assume Justin Timberlake sings something like that. But yeah, I and then you're like, oh, I was expecting that, especially right now where not really working. It would have been nice, but that's not coming in. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, but at the same time, there are a lot of people out of work right now. So should that be a worry for them? I mean, a contract is a contract. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, they should, most people at that level, like Justin's level, we'll just use him as an example, are probably well off, that they don't really need a paycheck. They could probably go without one for a year and be fine compared to like other people who would, of course, lose everything and die. So, I mean, I'm not all hurting for Justin, but, there are other people involved in the movie. So those people probably do actually need their paychecks. So I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah. Not one to expound too much on, just rich get richer sort of thing, but still, if you were promised X, you still want to kind of get X,
Yeah. So. And I think like And also with, theaters wanting to like ban, movies from that studio or whatever because of what they're doing with the video on demand, actors may not want to also work with that studio because they know if they're going to go on video on demand, they may not get those bonuses. So it could be being attacked from two fronts there if they keep up with, this thing.
Actors gonna be like, not only am I not gonna be seen on the big screen, I ain't getting my fucking bonus. Fuck you.
Exactly.
That'll bring us to trailers.
Okay. Well, we were talking about tigers, and the name of my movie is Tigers Are Not Afraid. And this one it's a foreign film for us anyway. And then, it basically is about, it's almost like an urban Pan's Labyrinth. It kind of feels that way to me. And I love Pan's Labyrinth. So when I saw that trailer, I'm like, oh man, I'm on board on this because it made me feel like that again. So it's basically about a girl. I think she ends up like being, I guess, homeless or something from what I can tell because she's running around with a bunch of other kids and they all seem to be living on the streets. And there's like this, like, I don't know if it's a city official or government official or who is like after her because she has something that he needs for some reason. Who knows what it is? I couldn't really get that from the trailer, but it just seems like this weird blend of super realistic, emotional, I can't believe this is happening, and then fantasy to help kind of soften the blow. Like, like little stuff. Like little animated stuffed animals in there somewhere. And I saw an image of a dragon at one point and like little weird snakes and other little creatures and just fantasy based stuff. Kind of like in Pan's Labyrinth, obviously. So it just really, sparked my interest. And actually, it's been a little while since I've seen a trailer that actually did that. So I'm excited for this one. Tigers Are Not Afraid.
Gonna have to check that one out. It sounds fantastic. Mine is Arkansas, not the state. So this is a little film that is coming out that's not so little, but I guess it's already out on Apple now, but it's coming everywhere else here in the future. But Liam Hemsworth, Clark Duke, Vivica A. Fox, John Malkovich, and Vince Vaughn all in one movie. And to tell you, the trailer looks like something out of the 90s. Does not look like a fantastic trailer as far as quality, but as far as visually quality, I should say. But the acting looks fantastic. It looks like basically Vince Vaughn is playing a mob boss, crime boss, if you can believe that. And Liam Hemsworth and the Clark Duke gentleman are just two drug mules basically for them. They travel drugs from here to there across the country, and it's like one of those road trip movies except for drugs. We're going to take an amazing trip and all these crazy exploits happen. There's murder, mayhem, Liam Hemsworth and this guy just get into all sorts of trouble. They visit John Malkovich, who works for the guy as well, and is just John Malkoviching it up. Just the weirdness like that he does. Vivica A. Fox plays like some sort of, I don't know, she seemed like country guide for them, along their way. Just imagine Harold and Kumar with murder, mayhem, sex, and drugs.
But that's what was in Harold and Kumar.
Was there murder? I forget.
I don't know.
But yeah, it looks like a fun movie. Damn. And they don't even have a cheat in this one from the trailer. So Harold and Kumar may win this. But yeah, that'll bring us to The Wretched. Watchbot, if you would not mind.
A defiant teenage boy, struggling with his parents' imminent divorce, faces off with an old witch who has possessed the neighbor next door. Directors: Brett Pierce, Drew T. Pierce.
Thank you, Watchbot. So I was ready. I was watching this movie, and I'm not a big horror guy normally, but they're starting to grow on me. And this one, I was sitting there and watching like, okay, I've seen that before. Okay, this is all right. Oh, they're kids. Oh, kind of turn it off by watching, because there's so much kid stuff out now. Stranger Things and all that crap. The It movies have the kids and all that. But, and I always sound like a grumpy old man on this fucking show. But, and I was like, and you know, I've seen a couple things. Okay, that's cool. Well, she's pretty, you know, and this, and this, but as I watched it more, it grew on me, and I was like getting up the edge of my seat, like, what's going on? And then the ending happened. Those last 15 minutes, and I was like, yep, they did it. They did it. They did something good here. First thing I'm going to say, if you hit a deer, don't bring it home. Your first thoughts on this one, Sid?
Oh man, I think I almost had a similar experience as you did. I mean, I did start watching it, and I was like, this is okay. I mean, it's IFC Midnight. I do like most of what I watch from them, but I was like, okay, this is, it's all right. And then they did do a lot of, I thought, really good character development. I felt like this was really soft horror. I didn't feel like this was super creepy, super scary. I thought it was, for some odd reason, I think they could have done more, but I think that they actually kind of built the characters up pretty well, and I felt like I was getting to know everybody. I was interested. I actually cared about what was going to happen to who, you know. It wasn't just like just some bunch of random teenagers who get killed by, you know, some monster. It actually, it grew on me as I watched it, which is a good thing. And yes, they do something pretty exciting at the end. I did enjoy that. And for some, even though this isn't it didn't do anything new though. It didn't go out and above, you know, some other movies that we've seen recently that have really, you know, pushed that envelope. But sometimes you don't need that. I'm going to defend it. I'm just going to say, when you eat a steak, do you really want every seasoning, you know, imaginable on it? Or do you just want simple salt, pepper, and fire? You know what I mean?
Some garlic butter.
Okay, sense of garlic butter. But that's where I'm at. Like, I don't always need every single seasoning or every single gimmick, every single thing. You know, sometimes I just want plain and simple. And this is kind of what I got from this movie. It was just a plain, simple horror movie with really good character building.
I agree. I didn't need. Yeah, I don't need the jump scares, which I think they did a great job of avoiding. And the moments they weren't shocking, they were shocking. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. It did a great job of teetering the line of being normal. I don't know if that's the right word, but at the same time, you want to watch it. You're wondering, what's gonna happen next? Ooh, is that? Oh, it did some great jobs of that, and the character development. You're 100% right. I felt like I knew these people by the time it was done. So much so that it made that ending even more so, you know, worthwhile. You know, that character development helped big time with that. So let's get into these characters. Ben, our lead here. I didn't know what to think of him at first. I wasn't sure I liked him at first, but like the movie, he grew on me, and I kind of hated him during the whole party scene era or parts of this movie. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I like the kid. What do you think?
Yeah, same here. I thought it was a reasonable choice. I don't think he, like I said, I don't think he excelled at anything. He just seemed like a average Joe. I mean, it seemed believable. He didn't seem like he was, you know, just super cool guy or whatever. He's just like a regular kid, like a regular good kid that makes some mistakes.
Agreed. Which I think is needed for that character. Mallory, the quote unquote love interest.
Yeah. She was likable. I thought she was pretty sassy. I mean, sometimes you need that contrast between the characters, you know, to really pump things up, and I think she did a good job of doing that.
I think too much so. Later on in the mid-movie, there was a little bit too much sassiness with the whole sliding the note under the door type deal.
That's what you get when you're sassy. I mean, how else was that plot going to move along if she hadn't drawn that picture?
That's true. Poking the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Liam, the dad.
Yeah, he was okay. I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about him, but he was okay. He was like average.
Just dad who cared about his son.
Yeah, just dad. I will mention this though. We get some dad, but we don't really get mom. She's on the phone a couple times, and at the end of the movie, you see her, but you don't really get. It was almost like she wasn't there. Like it was a weird sort of disconnect with the mom. I don't understand that part of it, unless that was purposeful. Because I don't want to spoil anything. Because there is a part that happens where they realize.
Let's touch on I guess to touch on the monster, we kind of got to go into spoilers territory.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and go to spoilers. So I'm going to say, because there were parts where the mom on the phone's like, it seems like you're forgetting about me.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, 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 wink.
Right.
You know? So, yeah. What'd you think of the monster, though? Let's talk about this creature, this witch, I guess she was.
I don't know what that thing was. It like came out of a tree, like that wasn't really there. Like just because I don't know. It's just a weird little thing that lives in the woods. That's creepy. I don't know what else to tell you. It's creepy.
My answer to that is you are a stupid boy, and I'm going to snap the. I love that scene. I love it so much.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm going to snap
this movie, this is kind of off the subject. This movie does have probably for this year one of the best scenes, funniest scenes that I've seen in a movie.
Yeah.
This year, for me, and it's when the mom takes the baby out, and she's looking at the ground, she's seeing there's something's wrong, and then she smells the baby, and she's like, "Oh, time for you. You need to change." And she carries the baby by some flowers, and they like wilt and die, not because of the baby, obviously, because the demon was or whatever the creature was.
It seemed like the baby.
It seemed like it was the baby, and I laughed so hard during that.
I didn't think about that.
That baby kills flowers.
Such a stinky baby.
I hope that was intentional. I hope that was intentional, that they put that in there on purpose.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah, that baby scene. It was something like out of Paranormal Activities,
Mm-hmm.
or actually, I guess Insidious will be more that the baby monitor. All of a sudden, you see it just peeping there,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they went for it there. They ate a baby. I mean, it killed a baby and left a bundle of sticks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the baby. The baby's probably in the tree hole, whatever that the thing lives in. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Did he eat the baby? Is that what happened?
There was blood gushing out.
I was hoping the baby was okay. Now you just ruined it for me. Not the baby got ate.
Yeah, because remember when she moved the bundle of sticks, the blood was gushing out before she got pulled under. So I'm pretty sure that baby was eaten.
Oh, goodness gracious! I was just gonna say this movie's kind of safe for teens. It's like young teens because doesn't have too much bad stuff in it. But now that you mentioned the baby being eaten, I guess don't want to give anybody nightmares.
Does have mention of small penises and underage drinking, but
yeah, there is that. But that's okay.
Everybody grows up.
Yeah. But those things are fine.
Yeah. I let's go ahead and get to this ending because I love a good twist, a good this one kind of. I was on the fence about it at first, but the more I think about it, the more I liked it. Mm-hmm. It's almost M. Night Shyamalan-ish, because it's like, yeah, we never, spoilers, we never knew about a boy, but that doesn't mean, he wasn't there, right, as we saw in the pictures. But it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like a cheat because we never knew about a boy, so there was nothing really to care about. But it makes it that much greater because they did know about a boy.
Mm-hmm.
And can you imagine this kid, this entire movie? Like, he's been there this whole time getting ignored by his brother and father.
I don't know if he was being ignored. I think they just...
Dude, no, because watch the flashbacks. Like, he's...
I think it was just their memory. Like, he was like, he was gone from their memory. But like when they were actually there, maybe they saw him and talked to him, but just the memory of it. Then they
just imagine he's like, "Hey guys," and they're just like, "Yeah," having their conversations that we saw, and he's like, "Yeah, but hey, I'm hungry, Dad. But brother, can you?"
I think what we were seeing in the first part of the movie were their memory of the past.
Yeah, because
as opposed to literally seeing what they were doing. I think we were seeing their memory of the past, and then after
we got caught up.
Yeah,
because you're right. Because it starts with him getting dunked into the water or almost drowned by the cop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when we joined the present. So I think you're 100% right. But I just think it's funny. Just imagine him getting ignored. What do you think of this big twist?
I thought it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Again, it wasn't completely new. But I didn't see it coming. A lot of the movie I thought was predictable. And I was like, yeah, I can see what's going to happen next. But that I didn't see a little boy, being ignored. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
So there was a reward there.
You're a little artist, aren't you? Yeah. It was. Yeah. I was happy with that. That turned everything around for me. I was like, yeah, this movie's pretty good. Good on you. Yeah. I love the way the witch moved, or the thing. I'm assuming she was a witch because they've looked on witch.com or whatever it was. And
I don't know what the thing was. It was weird because they just crawled, it got inside you in the weirdest way. But when it came out, it wasn't like it was in your body, like it was wearing a suit. It just came out in the weirdest kind of dimensional shift type of way. You know what I mean? Like it just crawled out of its belly instead of being,
Yeah, it wasn't like an Egger suit. Sugar.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I love that survived, even though getting.
I thought he was going to kill. I thought he was going to kill everybody when he just drove up because he wasn't steering. He was purposely going to crash and do it. He just hoping they got out of the way. What if it did? What if something reached out and grabbed the kid's leg and he couldn't move? And he
would have been dead.
Yeah,
just like that baby.
Mm-hmm.
Dead babies are not funny. I'm sorry. But let's talk about the other ending before we hop over to Rotten Tomatoes here. The ending, right before the end credits. Do you think she was possessed, or it was in her? Because they lingered on her face so long.
Yeah, they lingered. Yeah, they did. I think so. And I don't think they just did it because they were thinking, we hope we can make a sequel. I think they did it. I think it was purposeful. I think, they wanted to show you that the evil lives on.
Because that smile was there, and all of a sudden it slowly faded and faded and faded. Yeah. What if she was like a baby one all along? Because she was pretty weird and controlling.
It's possible, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess we saw clips of her with her sister and all that stuff, and it's just, But I like that as well. I like that they did that whole, like you said, the evil lives on is always a good thing in horror movies. Cause, we need that property to go on, especially when this one was pretty fantastic. So yeah. Rotten Tomatoes got that pulled up, good sir?
Yeah, surprisingly, there is not an audience score on there currently, but there is a tomato meter, and it is at 76% fresh.
Oh. No audience score, huh?
Not yet.
Interesting. Well, get on that, people. Get on that and get that audience score going. Hey, well, I'm sorry, what was the critics?
76% fresh.
Okay, good.
So pretty good.
Yeah. Nothing else to say about that one. Go watch it out for you, sir.
I actually did enjoy this movie. Like I said, it took a while. It builds. It really grows on you. So at first you might be like, this is okay. But then by the end you're like, you know what, that wasn't half bad. So yeah, I say go watch.
Agreed. It was a good slow burn. There we go. Go watch 100% from me as well. Where you can find us. You can find us at GoWatchMovie.com, the one-stop shop for all things entertainment. YouTube, go at youtube.com/c/go watch a movie or something like that. Just search Go Watch a Movie. You will pull right up there. Thank you once again for everyone who's subscribing and watching on there. We're trying our hardest to be funny and do some jigs for you. What's that symbol you got there, buddy?
What are you talking about? What symbol?
You all right? You feeling good?
I feel fine.
No blood leaking from your ears? Okay.
No, you got a baby?
Anyway, that's Go Watch a Movie for us for this week. I'm Kelvin.
And I think I'm Robert.
Go watch a movie.
Grab your popcorn, rip that ticket, get in that seat, lickety split it. Go watch a movie.